gentlemen, we are now crossing a zone of turbulence. Please return to your seats and keep your... Flight attendants and cabin crew, please...
The Forest VR is immersive as heck.
You took my only food!
For not being a standalone VR game, The Forest VR is surprisingly immersive. So, to give some background, this game is about surviving on a cannibal-infested island, all while trying to get your son back from the evil Red Man. I really like the AI in this game because it makes exploring these caves very scary, especially since I'm playing this game at 3 a.m. Like, I find it kind of hard to get some sleep after getting attacked by some giant mutant babies. I find it pretty neat when exploring the wilderness. You can stumble upon these cannibal trails that they follow. It's pretty cool. It's super satisfying to hit objects in this game. For instance, chopping down tree after tree has made me feel like I have obtained the sacred power of Paul Bunyan himself. And for those of you who don't know what that is, please look it up. Don't even get me started on stalagmites. I would practically hit every one that I stumbled upon just because it was so satisfying to hit.
Nice.
For just being a floating pair of hands, hitting in this game is just amazing. It just works. PETA's probably going to want to find out my location after finding out how many deer I've killed with this pair of floating hands. It's just ridiculous. Speaking of hitting things, most of the weapons here are melee weapons. My favorite being the modern axe. She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. But out of the few long-range weapons, my favorite, hands down, has to be the flare gun. Flare gun! It's my favorite weapon because it's like the Molotovs, but you don't have to be throwing those quarterback accurate throws to hit your target. In short, the flare gun is overpowered. The Forest thrives on its brilliant sound design and minimal use of music. While playing, I felt that those spooky sounds helped aid in the overall spook factor of the game. Essentially, the only means of music in this game is the cassette player, and it helped fill the missing void of not having music. I got hyped every time I found a new track, because I enjoyed the tone shifts that those tapes brought along with it. Plus, this song is an absolute banger, how could you not like it? It definitely made those times of running into NPCs in the dark way less spooky than it would be otherwise. It was also that lack of music that made the times that when I did find a cassette tape that much more rewarding. After exploring the map, finding the key card, and using it to unlock the secret door at the bottom of the sinkhole, we now can find Timmy. After exploring this nightmare-fueled lab, we later discovered that the Red Man was killed by no other than Megan.
Megan.
So basically, the Red Man used this sacred artifact to kill your son and bring back his dead daughter Megan. Like any good citizen, we're going to get our revenge. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I was definitely overprepared for this fight. Because this is real scary when it's in VR, when you got a weird mutant flesh ham looking arm things swinging at you in full 3D VR while I'm slinging arrows like I'm Robin Hood. After we defeat Megan, we get a key card to this observation deck that's on the top of the mountain in the highest point in the game. And from there, you have two choices to make. We can either make a plane fall down, and you, like the Red Man, can steal somebody else's kid to try to resurrect your dead son. Or we could choose to continue our journey on the island, fighting the cannibals. I thought it was pretty cool that the developers thought ahead and added a alternate ending to this game to help them set up for the next game. And playing this really made me excited for the Sons of the Forest, the sequel to this one. Yeah, oh yeah, I forgot to mention, this game has creative mode. If you beat the game with both endings, you can unlock creative mode. And I did the most natural thing that everybody in this game does. I chopped down trees. I cut them all down. The one downside to this creative mode is that the only way to actually get everything in the game is to type in console commands, but hey, what can you do? You can't win them all. I then decided that the next best course of action would be to make a giant tower. A tower so big that no man could accomplish in survival mode, and then paraglide off of that said tower and do a flip into the giant pit. So as you guys can see, here's my ginormous tower. Please take a look to admire it in all of its glory. Flying the glider in VR is very nauseating. It also takes a while to maneuver and figure out how to make it work, but after my 6th attempt, I finally made my little trick of flying off my tower and into the sinkhole work. I'm not sure who on the N-Night team thought that the Forest needed a VR mode, but I totally welcome it and the nightmares that this game has created for me. I also appreciate that this game wasn't an additional cost like Skyrim or Green Hell. Just having this also integrated with the base game was just very generous and awesome. And if you made it this far, thank you for watching. Appreciate it. It's been a pleasure, and I hope you have a great day, or night, or morning. And if you enjoyed this video, please feel free to leave a like and subscribe, and leave a dislike if you didn't like it.